Hello, YouTube. It's been a while since I've said those words. Hope you haven't missed me too badly. I have mostly been focusing on streaming, but I've been around, and I'm really excited for what I've got for you today. So obviously, what I've got for you today is Baldur's Gate 3. This is the beginning of a blind Let's Play, a long play of Baldur's Gate 3. How in the hell has this man managed to keep himself blind to Baldur's Gate 3 for the last, 6 months, you might ask? Well, I haven't fully. I'm going to be honest. There are some small things that I'm aware of, but I don't know much about the game. I've managed to sort of avoid all the fan communities. My friends haven't really talked about the game too much with me, outside of very basic stuff. I've only ever seen directly content in the first, say, hour or so of the, maybe first couple of hours of the game, all mostly in and around the sort of vale that you start in. Up to, the goblin camps, basically. So I have actually managed to keep myself somewhat unspoiled of the game up to this point. And I had a couple of ideas. The reason that I didn't play it immediately and that I was holding off on is because I always had sort of a few ideas about playing this game with some friends of mine. We're going to do some multiplayer stuff, but you know, as that has sort of not quite come to fruition yet, I figured, you know what? I will jump in and I will use this to I'll put this up on YouTube. We'll make this a nice long play, and I've already got an idea for a character, so I'm pretty comfortable with what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go in here. I'm gonna pick the balanced difficulty. This is the first choice we're gonna make in the game. I'm very familiar with Dungeons and Dragons combat. I'm not too worried about choices here, or about this choice here. We could obviously do Explorer. I think it's better to go balanced here. We're gonna start here. So I do have an idea for the character we're gonna play right away, and sort of an idea for that will guide sort of decision making. Oh, except we're gonna do the cutscene first, real quick, I guess. I've seen this before, but it was been a little bit, so I don't remember it exactly. Oh, this is the one. It's the cutscene with the bug. There you go. You know, if I could float, I would literally float everywhere. You'd never see me walking. Those nails, though. I mean, my man's got pretty well kept cuticles for all things considered. Into the eyeball you go. Gross. Yeah, that would suck. You know, I'm not a doctor, but I'm not actually sure that something that size... Is there a physical path that it could traverse? Gross. Is there a physical path that it could traverse? Like, if it squeezed around your eyeball and got into the back to reach your brain? Like, is that even, like... Could it physically make it? Oh, anyway, here we go. Let's not reset any tutorials. Like I said, I've only played through the first, hour or so of the game, so I've only really seen the basic tutorials, I think. So we could, of course, grab any one of these sort of starting characters if we want to. But obviously, I don't think we're going to do that. We're going to customize. Okay, we could randomize if we wanted to, but no, we're gonna proceed. Right? Oh no, we clicked through here. Okay. So specifically the thing that I know we're going to do is what class we're gonna do. So what race do I think I would like to do? I'm leaning towards Tiefling. Because here's going to be the idea, right? We're going to do a cleric, but specifically we're going to do, where's the subclasses? We're going to do a Tempest cleric. And so here's the idea of my Tempest cleric, right? Here's going to be the decision-making sort of heart of the character. We are going to be chaotic good, with an emphasis on the chaos side of the chaotic good alignment. So what that means is not chaos in the sense of like following just like whims and fancy and flights of fancy and stuff like that, like a lot of people consider chaos. We are going to be chaos on the sort of capital C chaos, which is the idea of constantly changing the environment around you. Whenever possible, we are going to make decisions that lead to changes in the environment, right? Whenever possible, we are going to make decisions that would lead to a change in a head of state and a change in a leadership position. We're going to make decisions that lead to, you know, people breaking out of their lives or whatever. Now, I don't know anything about the greater decisions in this game or anything like that. I don't know if we have the opportunity to affect heads of state or anything like that. It is Baldur's Gate 3. Everything is big and brash. I'm guessing we're going to engage with some high-level threats at some point. But even in the smaller scale, like within individual groups, like if we have an opportunity to disrupt the status quo, because as we know, the status is not quo, we're going to do that. That's going to be the idea. That's going to be our sort of driving principle. Now, of course, not every decision is going to involve that, which is going to leave us a lot of freedom to make individual decisions in many cases. But that's going to be the driving force behind big decisions. We want to change things up. The idea being that, you know, we are an element of chaos, an element of change, and we are, and it is, but it's still good, because the idea here is that our job is to be sort of testing these sort of systemic systems and stuff like that. That's kind of the idea, right? Like if your systems are truly good and sturdy and strong and capable, then they should resist a little bit of shenaniganry. They should resist a little bit of change and still be able to be good for the people around them. If your society falls apart because, you know, we oust your leader, that's on you guys. There's nothing we can do about that. You know, we just exposed your feeble system for what it was, you know? Can't blame us for that. So I think that's going to be the idea. And whether or not that matters for a lot of conversations, whether or not that matters for large-scale plot decisions, I don't know, because I don't know what the large-scale stuff is in this game. But I have a feeling that that's going to matter to someone somewhere. So there we go. So that's why I'm kind of considering Tiefling. Although Halfling also would count for that. And I think Halfling would be pretty funny. Halfling would carry that along quite nicely. Or Gnome. I do like the idea of like a gnome. Advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws is really nice because we're going to have a high wisdom. Because we're going to be a cleric. And it means basically we're going to be it's very difficult to affect us with like wisdom saving throw abilities, which is nice because those can suck. Halflings get Halfling Luck, which is we can reroll ones, and we get advantage on saving throws against being frightened. Well, the thing is that frightened effects tend to be wisdom saving throws. But we get advantage on those anyway. So I think we're going to go with a gnome. We are going to subrace though. I also want to be male. I don't see that choice. Oh, it's okay. It's under body type. We're going to be a male gnome. Rock gnomes can see in the dark. And then we add double proficiency bonus to history checks. Forest gnomes can speak with animals. Now, I know that I happen to know just from my tiny experience with the game that speaking with animals is like a huge part of this game. Like, you talk to a lot of animals. Superior dark vision. Advantage on stealth checks. I don't expect we're going to do a lot of stealthing. We are like a Tempest cleric after all. We make a lot of noise. So I don't think we're going to go deep gnome. I'm tempted to go forest gnome. We get the same dark vision. We get speak with animals. Yeah, we're gonna be a forest gnome. We are a Tempest Domain cleric. We're gonna take. We don't have access to friend, huh? I forgot that we don't have access to friend. I do want thaumaturgy. Resistance, guidance is always nice. Sacred flame is really nice. Light can be nice. Although we can see in the dark. Blade ward isn't really good. Produce flame is not as good as like sacred flame for most things. Yeah, I'm gonna take off resistance. I'm going to put on thaumaturgy instead. So there we go. So guidance helps all ability checks. Of course, guidance huge in this game. Guidance is actually like, I would say like necessary in this game. Like you need somebody who can cast guidance. You also probably want somebody who can cast friends like all the time. But thaumaturgy is nice. We get advantage on intimidation and performance checks. Intimidation is particularly nice for certain speech, you know, certain dialogue options. And of course, Sacred Flame for combat. So there we go. That's going to be our start. So our deity. Here's where the deity is going to be important, because the idea here is going to be that we're going to consider it sort of a religious, almost religious communion to like screw with the powers that be and to shake up power structures and societal, you know, systems and stuff like that. So which god is the most associated with that without being evil, right? Is the question. So Bahamut is not an evil god. I actually don't know all the gods very well. Inspiration and invention, knowledge of the world. Accepts all moral alignments. Mistra is magic. Ilmater is protection of the oppressed and persecuted. Helm, Tyr, law and justice. No, we're not Tyr for sure. Tempest is battles and soldiers. Dragon god of justice. I do like the idea that like we're like a test. We're like Bahamut's like test on the world. I don't know. The loon, probably not. Yandala is for halflings. Lulz is for so these are gonna be, yeah, it's not you. Go to line drow. Birth and beginnings. Lathander. Dawn and spring, birth and beginnings. New ventures and new life. Growth and renewal. This, I think, is probably our go-to. Lathander seems like a pretty likely one for this. Hallows, destructive force of nature, sea of chaos. Yeah, but that's like, but it's not chaos for chaos's sake, right? It's chaos for the sake of like shaking things up. So I don't think it's going to be Talos. No. Forest and creatures. No, it's going to be Lathander. So we are Lathander's hand on the world. We are going to be shaking up power structures and like questioning authority and stuff like that, with the idea that, you know, when we give, when our actions inevitably give birth to something new and powerful, or even new and corrupt and stuff like that, it's just the idea that like, you know, if the systemic you know, structures in place are good enough and strong enough, they will survive and people will still prosper. If they are not, we will find out. So we can have a background. I do like the idea that we are an acolyte right off the bat. I mean, it makes sense for a cleric, but and of course it does make sense for the background that we're talking about. But there's a few other possibilities that we can take here. I don't think charlatan is where we're going for. I don't think criminal's where we're going for, or entertainer. We could do folk hero, animal handling, and survival. I don't know how important survival is. I think animal handling might be important, especially because we can speak to animals. So we might be able to roll like animal handling checks a lot. Artisans, gain insight and persuasion. History and persuasion. I don't think noble's where we're going. Outlander is nice, though. Athletics and survival. Athletics is always nice to have. There's a lot of like save or suck things that can happen with athletics. Like you're trying to jump over a cliff or swim if you get knocked into water or whatever. Athletics can be nice. Arcana, history, athletics, intimidation, sleight of hand, stealth. I'm thinking Outlander. I'm game for Outlander. Abilities. All right. So this is where stuff gets very interesting. So we have athletics and survival, and we've taken religion and medicine. We could have also taken insight and history. I do like the idea of insight. We're not going to have a high persuasion, but then again, we might not be the ones doing the persuading. Now, I like the idea that this is a persuasion character. Can we just outright re-roll this instead of like tweaking? We can reset. Okay, so it's point buy. It's not roll at all. Okay. 17 wisdom. I do like the idea that we are somewhat charismatic. So we are going to be a strength fighter. So I'm just going to set up dex to 10 just so that we're not getting a penalty. I'm going to set strength to 14 and constitution to 12. And then maybe we do... maybe we do con one more. Yeah, that way we can easily level up con to 14 soon rather than later. Not exactly what I would call super ideal. We get heavy armor as a proficiency right off the bat. We get all martial weapons. So yeah, we're a fighting cleric. So I think that's what we're gonna try and do. And then we can set our first spells. So it's giving us Guiding Bolt, Sanctuary. I don't like Sanctuary. Protection from evil and good. Create or destroy water. We're going to not do that. I think we are going to go with Cure Wounds. And probably Bless. I think Bless is really good. Shield of Faith is also quite good. How about instead of protection from good or evil, we do Bless and we do Shield of Faith. And Healing Word. Yeah, I think this is going to be fine now. All right, we'll probably I'll randomize our appearance a bit. Oh, Jesus, it's the Joker. Is there like an appearance like menu somewhere? See, this is the part. I've only created one character. Is there like a... Oh, edit appearance. I guess I'm just blind.
2 hours later.
All right, there we go. That's gonna be our boy. I think he looks rather stately. We have 9 hit points to start off with. And we are our Tempest Cleric of Lathander, here to shake things up in the world. And we're ready to go. Here we go. Obviously, we are going to be Tanis. Now, I never got far enough in the game to understand what this is about. So I have, and I've never had this spoiled to me. I do not know anything at all about what this screen is all about at all.
6.5 hours later.
All right, I think that'll be good enough for now. Again, I don't know anything about this Guardian situation. No clue. Couldn't even tell you. So I think this is going to be good enough for now. What's funny is that, like, you choose a race, but you don't choose a class, so I'm guessing they're not a playable character. I don't know. I really don't understand what this is about. This is something that I never got spoiled on, so we're going to do our best here. So let's venture forth. All right, so we are a gnome. I've never played a gnome in D&D. Halfling, for that matter. Gesture-based controls. Microsoft is taking notes as we speak. Really crisp Foley in the recordings for this game. I say that a lot. I feel like most companies are really good at their Foley these days. Bye-bye. Get the Yankee cavalry in to save the day. Action movie shot. Let's go. See, at see, hot, hot. Bye-bye. Ooh, crystal formations. Very pretty. Rawr. Dragon go rawr. Your ship's got a big old hole in it. I love the three. Like, it's so good. The incredible branding. That's so good. All right, then. You know, my favorite thing about that whole cinematic is that it always reminded me of Star Trek. I always got such Star Trek vibes, especially like, I don't know, there are certain things about it that gave me Star Trek, but like specifically, if you've ever seen the movie Star Trek Insurrection, the ship popping in, reaching down, and just picking everybody up like that, very reminiscent of a scene in Star Trek Insurrection. All right.
My head.
Give me a moment to reorient myself with everything
inside?
here. Oh,
Dead. Good.
remind me, was it tab that highlights interactables? A control that highlights interactables? No, control seems to have a alt highlights interactables, or at least some of them.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Okay.
Here we go.
We're gonna go through this real quick. Well, as relatively quick as we can. I've only done this once, so I might not be as experienced with it as some other people. Ooh, I hit a button. Okay. So again, trying to remember the controls. Everything is like on a button, and I'm like trying to remember what all the different buttons do. Oh, we've got to go up here, I think. Yeah. I'm remembering. We gotta go talk to a brain. This guy's having a bad day, but his brain's doing all right. Which...
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Quivered.
Before they return. They return.
They return. Who am I talking to? A man or a brain?
A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You know no creature like this. One that is more brain than person.
Failed my Arcana throw for that one. First failed skill check of the game. Why are you afraid?
Enemy. So many enemies.
Huh? Tell me what to do.
Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna inspect the brain. We're gonna do our first actual roll. And we got an 11. All right, good for us. With 0 bonus to our intelligence, that's enough to get us
Notice
there.
Edema, a swelling of the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of the skull.
That is absolutely what cranial edema is. So, all right, let's get it out of there. We actually don't have a very good... We can guide ourselves on this one. All right, didn't need it. Let's get you out of there. Love this. This is so visceral.
The brain
Blah.
lifts from the skull. But you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient should it prove a threat.
This is a good decision-making moment. Of course, I know that that's not a threat, so we're going to go ahead and spare it. Oh, it's so creepy looking.
Free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The
Friend.
creature pauses, listening.
Yeah, friend.
Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
What?
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
What's there?
Tenses, as though querying an unseen advisor.
Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm.
Uh-huh. What should I call you?
Us. We are us.
A Gestalt collective. One that we will soon become part of if we don't figure our way out of here. Let's get out of
To
here.
the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
Oh! I was not aware that this game had trouble with ragdoll physics. That's the first I've ever seen that. That's very funny. Right. That was an Oblivion, Elder Scrolls Oblivion level ragdoll problem. All right, let's go. We are flying out over. This is where the big hole was. Oh, we're gonna meet our first friend here. Oh, good cinematography. Oh, my computer is not bringing in. Ooh, what is happening with the textures here?
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush
Better.
past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Hope that doesn't continue to be a problem.
My head. What is this? Squaw. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
We just might. Why did you think I was a
We
thrall?
carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted.
We're being
Within
assimilated.
days, we will be Geich, mind flayers.
Turning into mind flayers? There's got to be something we can do.
We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship.
All right, you got it.
As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
Definitely a lot of texture pop in happening. I don't know if is that regular? Or is that my computer not doing its job right? Oh, all right, here we go. So this thing really doesn't have anything it can do. It's just gonna run up and hit things. So that's what we're gonna have it do. Well, and we rolled a miss. This is the point in the game in which I tell you that I have god-awful RNG. This is the point at which I tell you that this run, this whole game, my entire experience with this game is going to be plagued by absolutely god-awful RNG. Rush attack. There we go. Now you still have a bonus action. The only thing you have is second wind.
Never a dull moment.
Now, of course, we are kind of sword and board-y, although we do have Guiding Bolt and Sacred Flame. Now, Sacred Flame is 1d8 radiant damage. Our main weapon is 1d6 plus 2, which is actually 3d8, which is technically better than 1d8. So we are actually, like, ideally we actually want to attack in melee wherever possible. We have advantage against the off-balance opponent. We don't have enough movement to get to you, so we're just going to attack the off-balance opponent. And you're dead. You, for some reason, have a scimitar. On you. I'm not entirely sure why that would be. Ah, come on. Don't do that. Stop. We like, yeah, keep moving forward. Okay. And turn. Oh, I did not grok that there was one over here. Fiery bolt, me, miss. Oh, good kill shot. Instant kill shot. Let's go. Bring this thing down. Nicely done. Easy peasy.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle.
Light crossbow.
To the helm.
Am surprisingly adequate in combat. Spiked bulb and void bulb. We'll take those. Can I, like... This is as far zoomed out as we can get. Okay.
Best be on my way.
Empty, empty. Imp and dead thrall. We'll loot these guys. Crossbow. And some gold. And let's keep moving. There isn't anything like special over here, right? Or anything particular interest. This is where we came in. Isn't anything of particular interest over here? There isn't. Oh, there. Ah, ha, ha.
No traps,
Oh.
please.
Very nice. And an imp over here to be looted. Why we always scan before we just move on.
We'll be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
Yeah, 1 gold, a short sword, and a set of simple robes. Take them for now. Oh yeah, up the arterial mesh. I thought this was like maybe on a different level that we couldn't access, but we can. Take the gold, keep moving. Up, 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 up we go. Autosave.
Here goes nothing.
Into the sphincter. Come on.
Gauge machinery. I can make no sense of it.
Yay, machinery. The backpack on the ground here that we can loot.
You! Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
Oh, come on. She's clearly alive. She's not a straggler.
The construction is
hatch.
too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
No, but I think we got a chance.
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in.
Can't be that complicated.
Please!
The console appears dormant.
Yeah, we're gonna find a
Mechanisms are
switch.
completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket.
I gotta put something in there, huh? Hit it?
Nothing. The console remains dormant.
Damn. Well, I certainly tried.
Whatever fits in.
Come on! Get me out of this thing!
I'm certainly trying.
Keep looking!
It wasn't in the backpack.
I should speak up.
Man isn't dead, but he's totally unresponsive.
I think.
Life flickers in his eyes, but he seems totally unaware of his surroundings.
Oof. Alive but jacked into the machines. Very what's the word? It's very Matrix, right? He's locked into the Matrix. Dark Mind. Elaborate Reliquary. Is locked. I need a key. Oh, hello. Hey.
You are beautiful.
Ah, thank you. I talk to you. You really are just running around the circle, huh? If I push this. Okay.
Machine made them hostile.
Well, I guess now we kill them. 80%. Actually pretty, hamstring shot. Lacerate. In-hand attack, ranged attack, astral knowledge. Pommel strike. Oh, I used the rush attack. Oh, rush attack is once per short rest. I see. It was okay. So all these are once per short rest. Okay. Oh, just run over there and hit him. Good hit. Oh, he just died. Let's go. All right, next turn. Go hit this thing. 75%. Easy peasy. No problem. All right. Why'd you go all the way around like that? Bill? So that didn't seem to open you up. I can't help but notice.
If not over, then through. Already dead.
Well, that does not seem to have helped. This is the objective we're heading towards. So I'm going to try and go up this way and see if there's anything that can help me get her out of there. I did play through this once, but I don't remember like what the correct answer was to this situation. There's the key, probably to the reliquary back in the other room.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
The dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
Okay. And then, of course, we've got these intellect devourers that are just running around. Okay.
We are one.
Nope, he does not want to interact with us. Okay. Chest over here. Potions, good. Handle Eldritch Rune. Okay.
This might unlock those controls next to the pod.
You see, it just might. And this, I think we can
What's hiding here?
unlock the reliquary probably with the key that we picked up. Yeah, an onyx and a bunch of gold. All right, now we get you out of there.
The console appears dormant. The console hums to life.
Very nice. All right, let's take a closer look. We need to roll a 10. We're gonna guide ourselves. 10, we got it. 10 plus 4, all right.
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. Perhaps it will open the nearby pod.
I mean, that's the hope, right?
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. The
Ugh.
parasite.
Ah,
And discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
We've logged in. Will the pod to open? This is the difficulty class 2. We just need to not roll a 1. This is the moment. This is where viral clips are made. This is where we need to not roll a 1. And we rolled a 2! Well, at least it's good enough.
Feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it.
Literally a living computer.
Runs across your mind. You feel sated.
Oh, that's gross. I don't want to feel sated using... Oh, I didn't catch her! Jesus, you can't just let somebody just fall straight down like that. Gonna clack their head.
At last. I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
It came damn close to it.
Lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
Oh, she's one of those.
Dangerous company.
Hey, we like having dangerous company in a fight.
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
I would very much appreciate that. Thank you. Did you feel what I felt? That we were in each other's heads?
I did. It must be because of those parasites they put in us. But that'll have to wait. Are we going to help each other or not?
We are slowly becoming a gestalt entity. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Shadowheart.
I'm Tanis.
One moment.
What a great name, Shadowheart. Oh, she's got her dodecahedron. Actually, it's not a dodecahedron, it's an icosahedron, right? It's a 20-sided die. What is that thing?
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
What you say? Alright, we move. The door. The restoration pod. Don't run through the fire. I hope the auto-pathing is...
Once inside, do as I say.
Sure.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Oh, she's sassy. I like it.
Chain yank.
Pain yank. I'm guessing that yank is like a person. Is like Gith Yankee is probably just like their word for just like person. Oh, sucks to suck. Nom 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 brains. Get gutted, motherfucker.
Thrall, connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves. We will connect them.
We will. We will connect the nerves. We got 15 turns to get through this fight.
Impact is imminent.
I'm gonna try... There's a couple of things I want to try and do in this fight. I want to try and get a couple of some experience points by making some kills. And I want to try and get some...
I am fury.
try and loot some corpses for some stuff before we leave, because I don't know if these corpses have anything.
What lies within?
I know that when we finish this, we warp out of here, so I want to try and loot some stuff. You don't no longer have enough to get over there, so we're just going to keep you over here for the time being. Oop, all right, you're done. Oh, we could have rushed. I forgot dash. We could have dashed. Oh well, that would have been smart. All right, so we're going to... What do I want to do? I want to... Shield of Faith is a bonus action, right? We're going to Shield of Faith ourselves. How do I make sure that it's on me? Oh, this is Shadowheart. Shoot. I fucked up.
No mercy.
That was Shadowheart. That was not myself. Oops. Save against Mind Blast. Okay, we're gonna run forward and hit this guy. What's this? Fog Cloud. When did we learn Fog Cloud? Oh, it's because I'm a Fog Cloud and Thunderwave, or because I'm a
No time for mercy.
I'm a Tempest Cleric. Right, he's going to get a counterattack. He missed. Nice. We've actually gotten pretty good rolls in this early. All right, broke concentration on guidance. I lost a couple of hit points. Nothing too crazy. Hit this thing. All right, yeah, I've actually been doing pretty decently on my rolls up to this point. Yeah, you can go ahead and just charge as far forward as possible, because you can't loot.
Time to strike.
You can loot. I'm gonna go ahead and have you. Again, I'm thinking these things are probably going to be mostly not worth it, but I'm not worried about like dying here or anything. So, well, you had something on you at least. Yeah, go up here. Can you reach that? You can. And then, yeah, you're done. Next.
This will protect me.
All right, cool. And now you can just go sort of straight on as far as you can. And from here, do you have Sacred Flame? You do. We got him for 4. Good hit. Okay, we're gonna go. Can we go this way? We can. Anything else other than this one corpse? We are gonna go this way. And then from here, I believe we can catch you with this. Yep. And he's dead. Okay. Very nice. So now I believe we're going to start seeing people joining the fight, I think. I'm going to head up in this direction, but we're not going to go right there right away. Instead, I will just enter in there, I think. You did get looted. You're going to get looted for sure, so let's not go out of our way to do that. Let's go up. And you will actually take the dash action. Loot. Hell yeah. Loot the lieutenant. Oh, you ran out of... Oh, never mind. We got close enough. That might be the end of the fight.
Hurry before they strike.
Oh, never mind. You're still moving. Oh, no, we did spawn in a couple of imps and stuff like that. Okay. Well, you're going to have to end your turn because you used dash. All right. Loot the thrall. A sword. Imp. Crossbow. Can you reach the Mind Flayer? Can't. Oh, you can, actually. Mind Flayer for a Jade. That's sort of everything in this area. There's another imp up there, and then we have these guys, which you can't reach from here with anything that you've got for sure. Your Guiding Bolt. Yeah, there's no way. You can go ahead. Actually, we're going to have you dash on yourself. And can you reach the lieutenant?
Check for anything useful.
Okay, he's got nothing on him. All right, you're as far forward as you're going to get. You might actually take a couple of hard hits there. Critical miss. All right, and now you're going to actually dash. Go
Light on my feet.
as far as you can get. All right. And that. All right.
Your spine is mine.
No time left. I must reach the helm.
Oh, we got plenty of time. Stop your belly aching. Again, with this being like I can dash, but then it won't do you any good. You know what? I am gonna dash you. Just because then you can get into like melee range with this guy. And like at least threaten him. Yeah, he's within your threaten range now. So we can go ahead and the turn. We'll loot this Mind Flayer. Ooh, for an amethyst. Very pretty. And then I think we will... Mage Hand. String shot. I mean, yeah, you do have a short bow. No, I think we're going to charge you in. This is not enough movement, but I don't think that's the case. I think you can get there. Really? Literally, you can't get there, huh? All right, so you are going to have to go forward then. You're going to do a ranged attack on the boar. That's a miss. That's all right. Enter. You. So we got a couple of things we could loot, including the Cambion there, but I think we want to focus primarily on... Yeah, you're going to cast Firebolt, actually. Firebolt is quite strong. I actually cast it out there at the Hellbore. Oh, we did 3 damage. That's fine. Then do I want you to, like, close the gap? Probably. Can you reach and loot that Cambion this turn? How about that Mind Flayer? Sure can. Good looting. All right, end turn. These guys are going to continue their silly fight back here. And then I am going to, well, I'm going to move my normal movement. And then decide what I want to do. Throw, shove, main weapon attack. So I can, yeah, I think for here, it's just gonna, we're just gonna Sacred Flame, and I want to hit the Hellbore. Probably. Or, all right, it's not dead, but close enough. Let's go. Nice miss. One of these is gonna hit. That's 3 damage. It's not a ton. Big miss there. Hit this thing. 5 damage. It's not dead.
I will ascend.
Alright. Got an Intellect Devour, a Mind Flayer here to loot. Also, we just want, like, I mean, go to your board. Hit the board. Nice. Loot. You had nothing on you. Intellect Devour has nothing on him. Mind Flayer is empty. You're empty. Okay, so you are gonna just... I don't actually know what you're gonna do. Well, I mean, I guess you're gonna go into melee range here. Like, threaten you. And yeah, again, still nothing. Alright, let's just kill you. Very nice. Loot you if I can. And then just sort of move over here. I think on turn coming up here, more enemies are going to spawn. So we do want to end this, like, before too long.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Nice. We're actually getting pretty decent rolls here out of these fights. Really?
Take this.
Critical hit.
I will ascend.
Lesser Imp, you got nothing on you. That's everything. Chests or anything. All right, get to the transponder.
Intrigued.
Let's go. Game is saving. Give it a second to do so.
Alien transponder. You made it in time.
Plenty of time. Oh, it's a Dargan. Big old Dargan. There's no way a level 1 fighter just survived Dragon's Fire to the face. No shot. Nicely done. All right. It's kind of crazy to me that that ship doesn't have any source of like artificial gravity or anything like that. Or maybe it's just inertia that was sending her flying all the way around. I think that's the idea, right? But like, and it's kind of crazy. Because like, what happens if they're in non? They can go out to like space, basically, right? Or whatever the D&D equivalent of space is, the Spelljammer setting. Oh, the shoving foes into chasms may kill them, but you lose the loot. I do know that shoving people off cliffs and into chasms is like a real strategy in this game. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Very bad texture. Pop in. A lot of bad... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this whole scene is trying to pop in. What the hell is happening? This whole... huge parts of the scene are not rendered in. Ow. And saved from death at the last second. Well, that is the risk of trying to do all of your cutscenes in engine instead of pre-rendering any of them. All right. The map seems like it's a little bit messed up. I can't move. All right. Yeah, so it looks like we're having some issues here now with the game is... There's a little bit of slowing down happening. I think I'm going to try and do some things... Oh, okay, because it's trying to play this next cutscene.
As you wake, the tadpole squirms in your skull.
Check myself for injuries.
Other than the infection, you're more or less intact. A miracle, given everything you've been
Yeah,
through.
kind of incredible
But it'll
since we
all be
fell
for
from the
nothing
sky.
if you don't find help soon.
Right.
The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
Yeah, as soon as we can get one. All right. Unique DLC items. Journal. Yep. That's the quest log. All right. So I think we're going to call that the end of episode 1. I'm going to take a look and see if there's anything I can do to make some of those sequences go a little bit better. Maybe if there's like, I mean, I'm fully patched on my NVIDIA drivers, so I don't think that's an issue. But I will see if there's anything that I can tweak or twist to try and make sure that those cutscenes play out a little bit better. And in the meantime, I am going to just put a cut here, and I'll see you guys in episode 2 after I've poked and prodded around with a few things. I'm really excited to get this going. I like the idea that we have for the character here. I think that we've got a really cool concept to play around with, and I'm excited to try and get stuck into this game, assuming that, you know, tech issues don't become too problematic with these sort of non-pre-rendered cutscenes. You know, I'll do my best to try and make that not a problem. So yeah, see you guys next time. What's your tennis?